Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. My name is Brad Pomerance. Our guest today, Jim Clarke, one of the newest members of Culver City City Council. We congratulate you on your victory in April. I live near Culver City, and I frequently frequent the downtown.
Thank you.
And yeah, it is my pleasure, and it is beautiful. And I learned that much of that downtown was brought back to life through a program known as redevelopment.
Correct.
Now, as you know, redevelopment is no longer. State eliminated it. California Supreme Court upheld the elimination. What is Culver City going to do now?
Well, what we're able to do is, as long as we have contracts in place for existing projects, we believe that we'll be able to continue to do those projects.
Are you sure?
Well,
I mean, the state
yeah.
is challenging
There
some
is.
of those contracts,
Exactly.
claiming they were put into place after, I think it's June 2011.
Well, actually, it was, they moved it back all the way to January 1st of 2011, even though we had made the agreements before the legislation was passed to do these. So yes, that's up in the air, and because that's up in the air, the developers who we've had entered into these contracts with can't get clear title for the property to be able to move the projects forward.
Does Culver City have anything else in its toolbox to incentivize private developers to pick Culver City over another community?
Well,
enterprise zones or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, I think, well, I would like to see us do more in the area of public-private partnerships. I think we have a lot to offer. We have a great community. It still has a small-town character to it.
But even we love Culver City. I'm sold.
Okay.
But really on the issue of bona fide incentives. I mean, redevelopment was such a powerful tool.
Sure.
You think about Hollywood. You think about South Los Angeles. I mean, those areas were brought back to life because of redevelopment, and that's just what I've learned. I mean, I'm just an observer. But do you have any bona fide tools other than we love Culver City?
Well,
and it could be no. I mean, that's the problem. You're not.
I mean,
unique.
that is the biggest tool that we had to be able to do that. We feel very comfortable that we're going to prevail on the projects that we have in place.
I understand.
And those are the project called Parcel B in the right next to
where is it?
Where the movie right in downtown, the central part.
Okay.
So it would be a major
where the Lion is. In front of the movie theater, the Pacific Movie Theaters?
That area that's right next to that. We also have a development around the new Expo station. We're very excited about that too. So, and then we have a development on the west end of Culver City. We've done a lot over the years to.
I have to ask you. I remember that you had been, may still be, very involved in the Democratic Party.
Correct.
And it's somewhat ironic that it was a Democratic governor that eliminated redevelopment. I mean, many folks have felt that redevelopment was a Democratic plan that benefited Republican developers, but that's another story. But what happened here? I mean, this feels very Democratic.
Twofold. One is that the state is desperate for money and wherever they can get it. And there was, in some cases, there are 400 redevelopment agencies throughout the state, and some of them had really used the redevelopment agency funding for not what the purpose of
golf courses,
or what it was, and that. And so it was seen as an easy way to
fix it, not destroy it.
Well, that was what the legislature had intended, and supposedly the governor was in agreement with. There were two bills. One was to do away with the redevelopment agency, and the second was to say, okay, you can keep the redevelopment agency if you do this, pay to play, yes.
And look what happened.
And what happened, the court said no. Now, there may be some people who are cynical about it that said, you know, everybody knew all along that the courts would not allow the second part, the pay to play, to go through, and that they would just.
Do you think that despite our budget deficit, there will be some form of redevelopment resurrected?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think they will, particularly in the area of affordable housing.
I've heard that.
Which is, I think there will be that. I think there's still a need, though it doesn't apply to Culver City, but there's a need still to address blighted areas within the state, and there needs to be.
Jim Clarke, we thank you for joining us. He is a member of the Culver City City Council. I'm Brad Palmer, and thank you so much for watching Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.